There will be no warning sirens, no explosions on the horizon, no soldiers marching through the streets. The next great war will arrive quietly. One morning, you'll wake up and your money won't work the way it used to. The shelves in your local store will be a little emptier. Your future, which seemed so certain yesterday, will suddenly feel fragile and uncertain. And no one, not the news anchors, not the politicians, will call it a war. But it will be, because the most dangerous battles of the 21st century, one TB fought with bullets and bombs, they LLB fought with economic control, with currency, with code, and with the silent strangulation of entire nations. For centuries, the measure of a nation's power was simple: the size of its army. Bigger forces, more advanced weapons, and the ability to inspire greater fear in your enemies. That was the formula for dominance. But today, that entire equation is broken. In an age of nuclear proliferation, a direct military conflict between superpowers no longer ends in victory for one side. It ends in total, irreversible annihilation for everyone. Nuclear weapons don't win wars. They erase nations from the map. And every world leader, in every capital, understands this terrifying truth. So, they've adapted. They've chosen a new battlefield, one where the destruction is slower, more subtle, and where assigning blame is almost impossible. A battlefield where nations can be made to bleed, to weaken, to collapse from within, all without a single shot being fired or a formal declaration of war ever being made. Imagine waking up to this reality. Your bank accounts are frozen. The national currency is in freefall, its value evaporating by the hour. All international trade, the imports you rely on for food, medicine, and technology, has been halted overnight. There was no invasion. No missiles lit up the sky. There was just silence. This is the new face of conflict. Sanctions are no longer just diplomatic policies. They are siege weapons designed to starve an economy. Inflation isn't just an unfortunate economic accident. It's a tool of pressure, deliberately engineered to create internal chaos. When food prices skyrocket, people panic. When jobs vanish and factories close, social trust disappears. And when personal savings are wiped out, faith in government evaporates, and societies begin to crumble. This slow, agonizing economic pain doesn't kill instantly like a bomb. It rots a society from the inside out. This isn't diplomacy. This is warfare, waged by other means. Modern nations don't survive in isolation. They are built on a complex, fragile, and often invisible network of global systems. Think about it. The shipping routes that carry goods across oceans. The factories located halfway around the world that produce our essential components. The rare earth minerals needed for our technology that are controlled by geopolitical rivals. This is the global supply chain, and it's the softest, most vulnerable target in modern warfare. It only takes one disruption, one strategic cutoff of a key material or a vital shipping lane, and entire economies can grind to a halt. We've already had glimpses of this fragility. We've seen empty shelves in supermarkets, experienced shortages of critical medicines, and faced crippling energy crises. Now, imagine those events not as accidents of the market, but as deliberate, calculated acts of economic aggression. No explosions, no dramatic headlines. Just the slow, creeping collapse of the systems we depend on. This is the battlefield of the future, and most people don't even realize they're standing right in the middle of it. For over 70 years, global power and commerce had a single, unifying heartbeat: the USA's dollar. International trade flowed through it. The world's most critical commodity, oil, was priced in it. National debt was chained to it. This system gave the nation that controlled the dollar an incredible lever of power. It could exert pressure, enforce its will, and punish its rivals simply by controlling access to this global financial plumbing. But now, for the first time in decades, deep cracks are forming in this foundation. We see nations actively looking for alternatives. They're striking deals to trade in their own currencies, bypassing the dollar system entirely. They're stockpiling physical gold at a record pace. They're aggressively developing and testing central bank digital currencies. This isn't just financial innovation. It's strategic preparation. It's a geopolitical decoupling, because these nations understand that in the next great conflict, whoever controls the dominant currency or can offer a viable alternative controls who breathes and who suffocates in the global economy. The most powerful weapon in today's world isn't visible. It doesn't make a sound, and it doesn't explode. It erases. A single, sophisticated cyber-attic has the power to shut down a nation's hospitals, cripple its banking system, kill the power to entire cities, and paralyze a country's government and military. And the most terrifying part, you may never know for certain who pulled the trigger. There are no uniforms, no flags, no invading armies to point to, just darkness and chaos. Our modern economic systems are built on a foundation of trust in our data, trust in our networks, trust in our institutions. Cyber warfare shatters the trust silently and instantly. And in the context of a global power struggle, that silence is the most terrifying sound of all. It's the sound of a country being brought to its knees without a single physical blow. So why won't most people realize this war is happening until it's too late? Because traditional wars are loud, obvious, and visceral. This new form of war hides in plain sight, disguised behind benign-sounding financial jargon. It's not called an attack, it's a market correction. It's not economic sabotage, it's a trade dispute. It's not a blockade, it's a policy shift to protect national interests. But these events are rarely accidents. They are calculated moves on a global chessboard, designed to weaken rivals, drain their resources, and stir internal dissent, all without waking the public to the true nature of the conflict. By the time ordinary people start asking what's going on, why their lives are getting harder, the strategic damage is already done. That's the sinister genius of economic warfare. You don't hear it coming. You just feel the consequences. And in this new kind of war, who really pays the price? In a military conflict, soldiers are on the front lines. But in an economic war, the front line is everywhere. And the first casualties are never the leaders who orchestrate it. It's ordinary people. It's families watching their life savings disappear. It's workers whose jobs vanish as industries are targeted. It's an entire generation whose opportunities are stolen as the national economy is as savings disappear, opportunities vanish, and hope erodes. Society begins to fracture. People turn on each other, and they turn on their leaders. And that is the ultimate objective. Break the spirit of the population, create internal chaos, and you can control the political outcome without ever dropping a bomb. The next superpower war won't be announced on television. There will be no formal declaration, no dramatic speeches, and certainly no victory parade at the end. There will just be a new reality. A world reordered, not be our mice, but quietly, relentlessly, through the levers of trade, currency, and digital control. The real question we should be asking isn't who will win this new great game. It's whether you'll even realize you're living through it before it's too late. Thanks for watching. If this made you think, consider subscribing for more insights into the forces shaping our world.